Welcome back, everyone. It is December 10th, 2025. It is Wednesday. It's about 8:50 in the morning. And yeah, let's jump in. Before we get started, be sure to, if you are enjoying the content, be sure to hit that like button, possibly subscribe, or even just drop us a comment down below. Let us know that you're here. That would be great. That would help us out a lot. So let's dive right in, right? First of all, before we get started, I will say that today is going to be a news day. That means that these markets are going to start to have some volatility in it. So beware. It's going to be around, I don't know, I believe it's around 1:30. It starts around 1:30 Eastern time here, right? Right. So there we go, right over there. Well, let me use the other one. Right around here, right around this side. So we are looking at, just some information that definitely, it's right here actually. Sorry. It is the funding rate. It's around 1 p.m. Eastern time. So that's today. So we are going to find some volatility in this market. Things are going to get funky, right? So let's jump into where we left off last. I created a video yesterday. Sorry, we posted it a little bit late. We were running into a couple of difficulties there throughout the day, so we ended up posting it. But we were in this section right over here, and I was saying that we were bouncing off of this, break of structure, and we've got this pretty crazy move after I posted that video, or after I recorded the video. It was a move that really was. I don't know. It just felt like it was expected in a certain way, right? But remember, one thing that I said in yesterday's video, if you go look back, is that we are in this range until we are not in this range. We need to break the structure here. And especially if we're coming right over here, we will be taking this guy out. And I do feel like that is an option today, right? So even though we have now bounced off of this break of structure, which is really good, it doesn't mean that we can't come back and touch it, right? But we are starting to see some kind of strength. So we did get another rejection here at the top of this break of structure. So this is now number 2 that we've revisited this section, right? I'm not going to count this one because we kept going down, but this is number 2 on there. And we are creating this kind of trend line that's formed over here. Now, could it be that this is a running move on Bitcoin? It could be, I don't know, but we didn't really go too far from where we were. We were in this section right over here, and now we're right over here. We didn't really break structure or anything. We're just kind of like hovering at the top. So I want you to keep in mind that news plays, I say, have this kind of action going on, right? Where it makes this move and it usually comes back to wherever the mean is. And then at that point, what happens is it starts to pick a direction, this way or that way. Now, this happens not right away. Sometimes there's a little bit of time in between. So you have to be careful. And usually what the news play is looking for is 2 order blocks. And what happens is before that, there is a setup. And the setup usually looks like this. It starts to create like this equilibrium pattern, right? Where it starts to basically not pick a direction. And then suddenly it blasts off one way and it blasts off the other, hitting 2 order blocks, right? And then at that point, it comes back to the mean and it does whatever it needs to do. So I'm not sure if that's going to happen today. There's a lot going on this FOMC meeting, I guess. There's some rate cuts that they're talking about. But I will say this. If I look over at Ethereum seems to be, I mean, when we were looking at this yesterday, I believe we were in this section right over here. I was saying how it's consolidating on the other side of the channel, which was good. And I was looking for it to blast up. At this point, we have truly taken out this zone. And I was saying that I am looking for it to come over here. And so far, Ethereum has the strength, it's got a lot more strength than Bitcoin does right now. And you can see that. But I do feel that because Bitcoin has been feeling a lot more suppressed, it has to play catch up. So if it's going to play catch up with Ethereum, then this guy needs to be taken out. And if it is going over here, then we could possibly see a solid, rip right up. So let's just measure this and see what we're talking about here. I'm talking about a 15% move, right? And let's go see what Ethereum has going on from here to here. So let's take a look. From where we are currently to about here, that's about a 9% move, give or take, right? So, that's feeling very well possible. So let's jump back over to Bitcoin. Let's finish up with this, right? So first of all, there is no reason why, if we are looking at order blocks being hit, I would say this is the line right over here, right? So if this does start to consolidate in this area, could it hit here and then back up here, right back down over here? Yeah, that's very well possible. Okay. The other thing that's possible is that maybe this is expected. I don't know. Maybe we start moving up here and then, maybe we take off in this direction. But again, we have to play the if-else statement, right? So this is the bullish move. This is the news play move. And this would be the, the other move going down here. Okay. So what I do feel is that we are starting to get some relief, and it is feeling like Bitcoin and crypto is starting to feel like, things are getting antsy, right? But we can't let our feelings get in there. So this is the break that we're looking for right over here. This is the area I am in a long in, and I'll show you, I took a long, and here is my profit so far. This was me. I took some profit. I might be adding on to my my long. So my plan is that, if the news play does come out and it does spike the candle down here first, then I will be adding on to my long in this section just to see if I can catch this, right? Because if that's what's going to happen first, the bull goes down before it strikes up, then that might be the play for me to add on to this long. Other than that, if we do break a lot lower, I will close this and, look for these sections right over here, like in the previous video. Okay, so let's jump over to Ethereum real quick, and I will show you where I'm at with this. I also took a long, and I mentioned that yesterday in the video, and here's my long right here. I've now taken profit on that. I've taken it a couple times, and I still got some, some left in the play. Now, what I am looking for is I'm not looking for a short at this point. I would be looking for a short up in here, up in this area, because again, you could see what happens when it's trying to break structure. So these two areas are my kind of short zone. Here, maybe take an opportunity for a short over here. If it breaks a little bit higher, then I would be looking for a short in this section right over here. But right now, what I would be looking for is more of a long. So if this does come back down and test this right here, which is the area that it broke from, if it comes back down here, then I would be looking to possibly add on to my long right there, right? Because again, if the bull is going to strike, it's going to go down to go up, right? And again, the same thing goes for a bear. If a bear is going to strike, it's going to go up to come down. So really what I'll be looking for is what is the first move that happens on this news play. It is starting to feel like we are getting pretty bullish. I mean, Ethereum really does have some strength here, right? So let's go take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is very muted right now. It's feeling pretty droopy. And look, yeah, Ethereum has all the strength. So could Ethereum be giving us the signal as to where Bitcoin might go? And again, we are looking for some kind of relief that brings us a lot higher. And I think, honestly, this is the zone right over here. So just like we played out here, now I want you to make sure you understand this. We rejected first. We came back up, we retested, we rejected again, right? So if we're going to come back up over here, then this would definitely be an area to see if there would be some rejection so that you can get a nice little, short tap in and possibly add on to your long again, right? So that's how I'm kind of seeing this. This section here would be a mirror image over here. It's just how the chart works, man. Now, could we possibly rip up to the top here? Maybe. I mean, that would be crazy. Could we rip all the way back down here? Yeah, probably. Maybe. That's a possibility too. But again, if you notice, this is my short area right here, and this is my long area right over here. So I have a plan for both of these, regardless of where it goes, right? On the short term or the long term. So that's how I'm going to play this out. So again, what I'm looking for at this point is I'm looking to possibly add on to my long here for a rinse and repeat, right? Over in this section. And if we get higher, I would be looking at over here and over here for a possible short, just short term, right? And write out my long as we go along. Same thing goes for Ethereum. Ethereum is definitely, poking through here. Yeah, Ethereum could probably run something nasty. So again, don't be too hasty. This is a news-driven day, so the chart could look like this. That could be completely volatile, where you got no sense of direction here, right? You've got no sense of direction, and then all of a sudden it whips both sides. The same thing goes if it is going bullish like this. It can go like this. This could be kind of the fake out move, right? This could be it, and then it could just completely drop from there. but you've got to expect this kind of action going on. You got to expect this kind of line to happen somewhere along the way. So anyway, so that's my idea. Let's just jump into the S&P to see what's going on over here. Yeah, we are still kind of like stuck in this little flag pattern, I guess. Maybe it's a flag. I don't know. Could be a flag. But we're definitely in a range. Could we spike down first to go back up to over here, maybe even touch the top here? Yeah, that's what I would like. If it does do that, then definitely it'll give Bitcoin and Ethereum time to kind of pop up, right? So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Let me see where we are here with this. Okay, yeah, that's the market's off on there. Cool. If you guys do have any questions, or you got things that I would look at, just drop a message down below, and I will explore whatever it is that you are asking in another video. All right, guys, good luck today. Please be safe. You've got my plans. My plans are over here for adding on long, short, short, long, long, right? So depending on what's going to happen, we'll see exactly what it is. But I definitely feel like we are going up, all right? So, all right, guys, be safe. Have a good day. Bye.